Great gods! These fragments, they are identical to the debris we found near the punctures on Syra. We never guessed that the fragments might be organic. To have survived re-entry, nothing organic would remain. Unless it was genetically constructed for this purpose. And only the Mycons possess this capability.
Dun dun dun.
The Mycons will pay dearly for their crimes. We will not sit here and do nothing while the Mycon fiends are free to roam the galaxy, perpetrating their evil. You wanted our cooperation in fighting the Urquan. You've got it. Provided you first help us seek our revenge against the Mycon race. Help us to destroy them.
Yeah. Oh, danger's our middle name. Okay, so, what do you want us to do?
Our first step is to get some mobility. We have some fine starship officers aboard, and they're all eager to go after the Mycons. But without our penetrator starships, we're totally ineffectual. So our first step has to be recovering our Space Patrol combat fleet. We know that the Urquan didn't destroy them. They never waste anything. But we believe they have sealed them in some kind of deep vault in the surface of an alien planet.
That seems like a silly thing to do. I mean, wouldn't you scrap the ships if you can't fly them? Rather than storing them up in a can, effectively? Yeah, well, you know what villains are like sometimes. Well, let's do the Kirk thing then. So, what do I get for this, eh? Really? Is it really? Anyway.
You will receive more gratitude than you know what to do with, Captain.
I can think of plenty of things to do with gratitude. Like, feel my self-esteem increase. That's one thing. Do you know where your ships are?
No, that's your job.
Ah.
But maybe we have some clues to help you find them. The starship officers who flew the penetrators to the vault did so with total sensor blackout. The only thing they could use for navigation was the presence of the dreadnought fleet surrounding them. When they arrived at their destination and lowered their ships into the immense vault, they were transported to the dreadnoughts and only caught a split-second glimpse of the outside world. As far as they could tell, the sun was either red or orange. Based on the trip time calculations, the farthest they could have traveled is about 200 hyperspace distance units.
Okay.
Captain, we've assembled a small team of our most skilled officers. We will send them to your ship on board their own small shuttle. We feel that in the interest of efficiency, we keep our officers away from your crew at least until the mission is over. As soon as you arrive at the vault, our people will take over. Figure out a way to open the vault and bring our penetrators back here.
Very well, I shall personally supervise this team of highly qualified officers. It is in the interest of the stability of the starship that they are kept away from the crew. Okay, anyway. Why don't you know that I really like you? I think that's what most of us would say. Let's be professional about this. Very well then, Commander Talana. I'm on my way.
Good luck, brave Earthling. When your mission is successful, maybe then we can get to know each other better.
Oh, yes. We can find out what you did at university, for instance. And I can tell you what I did. That'd be great. Maybe we have a similar childhood. Anyway, we gotta get back to the starbase now. Why? Because we've got some numbers to offload, of course. But we've got to reconfigure the starship. Just check our device lists. Ah, we still got the case. Wonderful. That is actually quite important. We've got to hop back to Earth. That means going to the good old 506474 portal. And let's see, I think Hayes will... Oh, look, the current sphere of influence has disappeared. That's not good. Anyway, or is it? But, yeah, Hayes might have a message for us, in which case we will be able to... We'll have to respond to that can be a bit annoying, but it's kind of necessary if you don't want to see, if you don't agree with genocide, which I don't, in most cases. In all cases, I'm nice like that. But it's flying off into the sun. Come on, behave. Okay, there we go. Change position now. It was a bit more to the left. Anyway.
Ah, Captain, I'm glad you're back. I know you're busy, but I've got some news. We're receiving a priority distress call from the Zot-Fot homeworld at Alpha Tucanae. The signal was urgent but extremely weak. The only portions of the transmission that we can be sure of are help, Black Destroyer, planet under attack, help, worse than Zabranki, whatever that means, and finally, help. Also, this seems strange to me and I considered not bringing it up, but not long ago 6 of my people fell unconscious simultaneously for no apparent reason. When they awoke hours later, they reported being overwhelmed by a feeling of something very wrong that had taken place. The medtechs couldn't find anything wrong with these crew members, but they discovered one correlation. All 6 of them have exceptionally high Esper ratings.
That is important. I don't even remember that coming up, but that very wrong thing taking place is it's plot critical. That I think is the kunk. If not, it's something else, and that's also vital. Don't remember having 5 to say, but anyway, let's analyse our stuff.
The analysis reads as follows. Subject Mycon egg case. Data? We really didn't know Mycon came from eggs, but our analysis of this sheath shows that it's been subjected to phenomenal temperatures and pressures. The most unusual aspect of the egg case is its size. We know Mycons range in height from 0.5 to 3.5 meters, but our reconstruction of the whole egg case shows it to be over 25 meters high.
A life pod.
Summary. If a Mycon came out of this, he's gotta be really big.
Or a lot of them.
The next entry in the analysis is Subject Cyrene Pilot Shuttle. Data? As yet, the field research team has failed to report back to their group leaders. When we called them, they described being deep in study and wished to attend to a few important details before returning to the base. Summary? Several group leaders have volunteered to assist the team to help them where they can. That's the end of our scientist report.
That illustrates the importance of, my personal overwatch of that team to make sure no one else has to bear the burden. The highly competent women around. Anyway, let's offload our minerals.
Keep it coming, Captain.
You can't really insult it. It's
We
small,
shall
but
await your return, Captain.
It's gold and rare earths. So, yeah. Now, I'm actually going to output the starship in a rather odd way. If you don't know the game, you'll think, what the hell are you doing? But if you do, you'll nod your head knowingly, and you'll say, ah, he's doing that odd trick, is he? And he'll laugh, and people who don't know what I'm doing will think, what is he doing? But then, when it happens, they'll be, ah, very clever, very clever. But anyway, just want 50 crew here. We're gonna sell off everything. We're gonna replace everything with high efficiency fuel tanks. Basically. Almost everything. Luckily everything comes back at full price. So, want to leave that crew pod in. And let's do a point defense. Want to leave the Hellwall cannon in too. Why? Well, you shall see. Okay, high efficiency fuel tank. Let's just save. Separate save here, because things could go a little wrong. When you do strip out, your entire starship for fuel tanks, things can go a bit pear-shaped, let's say. Now we probably want to attend to that Zot-Fot pit to distress call immediately. Just because we're nice guys like that, and also because there is a 6-month time limit. If you don't respond in 6 months, they die out permanently.